In the tumultuous echoes of the War of Angels, Lumiel, once a radiant force of divine power, led his luminaries in a malevolent siege upon the celestial splendor of the garden. Their objective was nothing short of cataclysmic, the obliteration of the nascent creation, man, and the triumphant reclamation of the garden's sanctity. As war trumpets resounded through the celestial realms, the One sent forth legions of angels and archangels, their ethereal forms glistening with divine radiance, to shield the garden from imminent annihilation and safeguard the fragile existence of mankind. The battleground, once adorned with heavenly grandeur, transformed into a nightmarish theater of death and despair. Lumiel's forces, bolstered by hosts of demonic entities, appeared insurmountable. The angelic legions, once radiant with celestial grace, faced impending defeat, their once glorious lands reduced to a desolate field of carnage. In the darkest hour, a lone man emerged, grasping an angelic sword forged by the power of the One. As he raised the divine weapon, a surge of celestial power coursed through him. He carved a path through the malevolent throngs, and 6 others rallied to his side, wielding arms forged by the angelic warriors. United, the 7, in alliance with the remaining angels and archangels, defied the overwhelming forces of Lumiel. In a relentless surge, they turned the tide, capturing Lumiel and chaining him. They brought the fallen luminary before the throne of the One, where he knelt in the presence of divine glory. Surveying creation marred by the brutal conflict, the One, in righteous judgment, tore Lumiel's soul from his corporeal form, reducing him to pure consciousness. This ethereal essence was cast into the cosmic void beyond the veils of creation. Before the glory of the One, the 7 stood soaked in the blood of angels in solemn reverence, avoiding the direct gaze of the One. An archangel addressed them, proclaiming, "The One has granted thee the gift of immortality. Guardians of man, thou shalt protect your realm until the garden is made whole again." In an act of divine reorganization, the One partitioned the garden into 3 realms. One designated for each of the terrestrial races, Jinn, Fae, and Man. Meanwhile, Lumiel's essence floated through the cosmic darkness, seeking solace in the void for eons. It eventually found a resting place, Laeora, a world of man. Now, in the shadows, Lumiel's subtle essence awaited communion. He found a man of power and authority, and like an intrusive thought, he slowly began to possess and influence this man's mind, sending him down a path of a war unlike any seen before.